welcome back to my channel Oojamaflip Books. If you're new here, my name is Jo and I am a crime fiction, thriller, suspense, Nordic noir reader from the UK. And I am back with another book haul because I can't say no to books, so I just keep buying them, even though I honestly think there's probably about 250 books that are in various to be read piles around my house. But here we are, yet another book haul. I think, she says checking, yes. All of these books actually came from Amazon. So I do try to use the local independent bookstore in my town or Waterstones, because I feel like Waterstones are marginally better than Amazon. But my local bookstore isn't been open at times when I've been able to get into it. And Waterstones, I did have some books on order with them that I've ended up buying from Amazon because they like messed around with the pre-release dates for things, and like they weren't actually getting them on release day. So yeah, it's a whole kerfuffle, and I'm double checking again because I do usually end up with a couple of Tesco's books, but I don't think I actually have got any Tesco books for a change. It's just a lot of Amazon orders. So yeah, I'm gonna jump straight in with a book that I can't even show you because I've acquired it, read it and passed it on to somebody else to read. So the first book in the haul isn't even here, but it's The Bone Hacker by Kathy Reichs. I mentioned in the video about upcoming book releases that I'm excited about, which I'll leave links up there, that was one that I was excited about but also apprehensive about, and there is a review coming soon on the channel. You will see in that review. I mean, spoilers, it's a book rant, but yeah, I've read it and passed that on, so that one does not feature in the haul, but it is very much a part of this haul. Also from that same upcoming releases video was the new Alice Feeney one. So this is Good Bad Girl. I haven't started it yet because I have one more book before this and then I'm completely up to date with Alice Feeney. And then also from that same video is Reykjavik, which is by Ragnar Jonasson, who is one of my favourite authors, but he's also co-authored this with Katrin Jakobsdottir, who is I don't know if she still is, she definitely was, I think she still is the Prime Minister of Iceland, but she did her master's thesis on Arnaldur Indriðason. Yeah, anyway. She did her master's thesis on his book, so she's got a lot of knowledge of Icelandic crime fiction, and I'm partway through it. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very different to Ragnar Jonason's other books, but it feels very similar to Arnaldur Indriðason. I am just murdering names left, right and centre today, but yeah, it feels very similar to his, so there will be a review coming up on this shortly, but this was also one of the new purchases from Amazon. The irony that the name I'm struggling to pronounce today is also within the book haul. So Arnaldur Indriðason. I was missing book 4, or at least book 4 if you are reading in the order that they were published in English and not in the actual original Icelandic order. I've spoken about this many a time, but I needed this one to continue reading in the order that I'd started, and apparently it used to just like jump around. Yeah, got this one. This now feels very Icelandic author heavy, but I also picked up 3 books that I was missing by Eva Björg Egersdottir. So we have Girls Who Lie, Night Shadows and You Can't See Me. I think You Can't See Me is the newest one that's like only been out for a month. She says, looking inside to try and see. Yes. It took a long time for me to see then. So I have read The Creek on the Stairs, which I will leave my review to up there. I really enjoyed the book. I basically filled the gaps, so read them, and then I'm up to date on Eva Björg Eikersdottir as well. But that's not the end of the Icelandic authors. As I was on Amazon and just having a general peruse of books, this was recommended for me by Amazon, and it's called The Commandments by Oscar Gudmundsson. I don't really know anything about it other than it was recommended for me. It was a bestseller in Iceland. The bits that I've seen of it, in terms of like the blurb and the tiniest of extracts, just seemed really interesting. So I said yes to the Amazon recommendation, because let's face it, if it's an Icelandic author and it's crime based, I'm probably going to enjoy it, so it seemed daft not to click on it and say add to basket. This was $8.99 apparently. I don't think I paid $8.99 for it though. Maybe I did. But yeah, that one. And then I think from my haul, that is the last of the Icelandic authors. But it's not the last of the Nordic region, I guess, because I picked up, again, recommended for me on Amazon. The recommendations have me in a chokehold essentially. It's a Jo Nesbø book, but it is Jo Nesbø retelling Shakespeare's Macbeth as though it's like a crime fiction novel. So it is literally just the story of Macbeth, but it's how Jo Nesbø would write books. It is part of a series of books that seem to have been done. I'm trying to see if I can see the details of it, but it doesn't look like it's anywhere on the book. But Amazon told me that it was a series of various different authors across all sorts of genres of fiction had been asked to essentially modernise Shakespeare plays, and Jo Nesbø got Macbeth. So I really enjoy Shakespeare. We have Shakespeare North Playhouse just down the road from us, so we do go there quite a lot, to say the least. We're there probably every other week. So yeah, combining two of my loves into one sort of tiny book. And then a couple of just random ones that fell into my basket. So the first one, and looking at it now, I am starting to wonder whether I did actually pick this up from Tesco's or Waterstones rather than Amazon. Unsure. Let's just go with it. It is The Mother by T.M. Logan. So I've got on my to be read The Curfew by T.M. Logan. I haven't read it yet, haven't even started it, but the blurb on this one sounded interesting, so I picked it up. It's basically, it's that sticker that's making me think. Well, it's not even a sticker actually, it is printed on. But usually that is something that you only really see on Waterstones or Tesco's books. Yeah, for a generic shrug. And another book that I've bought by an author that I've still not read, the other book that I've got by them, is The Murder Game by Tom Hindle. This is somebody who has been described as like the next Agatha Christie, and all the books that he's written, say all two that I'm aware of, and I have both of them, are very like Agatha Christie-esque. So I saw that and I picked that one up as well. I will trying to see on one of my to be read piles where it is. A Fatal Crossing is the one that I've got and still not read. It has been on and off the to be read pile for a considerable amount of time, but I'll just ignore that. I then also picked up The It Girl by Ruth Ware. I've never read any Ruth Ware. I'm not entirely sure why, because everything about them suggests that it's something I should enjoy. I have just noticed that my copy is completely bashed. I don't know if that is me or printing error, where it's like, see where the page is like folded? No, you can still read it, it's fine. Yeah. This is been advertised everywhere, and I was kind of frustrated that I hadn't read what was looking to be a really popular book, and so I just picked it up. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I'm hoping, well, actually by the time this video goes up, you'll know if it was in my September to be read or not. I'm hoping that when I do my picking at random, it is in, so you'll know if you've watched my previous video, which I haven't filmed yet, so yeah, whatever. And then the final 5 books from my haul are all by the same author, and they are the Washington Poe series by M.W. Craven. So we have The Puppet Show, Black Summer, I don't know which order they go in after that, let's say Dead Ground, The Curator and The Botanist. I don't know if that is the order that they're in, that's just the order that they're in my pile. So I'm someone who can't just buy like one book by an author. Like, I couldn't have just bought The Puppet Show, read it and then decided if I liked the author or not. I had to buy everything in that series of books, because if I do like it, I don't want to have to like wait for the next book to come if I want it to just carry on. So I bought all 5 of the ones that I could see for the Washington Poe series. I think that is all of the ones that have been published to date. Yeah, I just kind of went a bit crazy, and I will say I have read The Puppet Show now. The first 3 chapters I was like, oh dear, I don't think I like this, and I don't think I want to read the other 4 books that I've got. Might have made a mistake, and then I don't know what happened, but it just completely flipped and I became obsessed, and now I'm super glad that I have the other ones ready for me to start reading through straight away, because yeah, I got another new favourite author. Is anyone else like that, where they have to just buy like an entire series of books? Because I wonder if it's just a me thing or other people are like that, because it does sound completely insane when you say it, of like, I've no idea if I like this book, so I've bought 5. Like, it doesn't make sense, but I also can't stop myself, so there we go. Yeah, they are all the books that I've bought recently. Some of them you will have seen in my video for September to be read, which I'll leave linked up there. Not filmed it yet, but you know, I'm setting myself that I will film it and edit it and get it up, so there you go. And yeah, let me know down below in the comments if you've read any of these books, or if you have any recommendations for me, because clearly I am always on the lookout for buying more books, because that is part of my hobby, is buying books to sit on shelves that I do not read. I'll get around to them eventually, just might take me a while. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below, because there will be a whole lot of reviews coming up, because I have a backlog of book reviews to actually post. So yeah, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday I am aiming to post, and I'm actually going to stick to it this time, because the videos are ready to go. So there you go, with the exception of the one I'm about to go for. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you next time, bye!